But happy Friday, Hoge Nation. It's been a week of the great Sandbags trial. All the while, the rest of the globe deals with its own unprecedented challenges and battles. From the conflict growing day by day in the Middle East to the American economy facing incredible challenges to find stable success and maintain the purchasing power of the dangerous US dollar, there's a lot going on. Then at the same time, you got the black rocks of the world dropping not so subtle Bitcoin hints at where their managed client funds in the trillions may pour into. While the majority of us are focused on that new Netflix show and Sunday Fun Day football. And I am not perfect. It gets some of my time too. Shit, we're human. But it's almost as if, this planet is one giant puppeteer controlled circus, and there are so many distractions and planned fires of chaos around that it makes it almost impossible to see what the noise dust looks like all settled. In times like these, it's important to look in that mirror and ask yourself, what matters most to me in this short life, and what do I need to do to focus on, to take care of my family while making a positive impact on this turmoiled planet we call Earth? Hoge takes that play right from the hook book and hunkers down on building with a problem-solving purpose. A purpose that focuses on the areas of DeFi, gaming, and content creation. We cannot have an impact on anything if we spread ourselves too thin, no matter what we want to do. Now is the time to unthin your time spending and sharpen it all the way up, to invest in the things that add to the value of your one life trajectory. Because now, more so than ever before, there are so many variables in simply surviving with a heartbeat to enjoy the challenges that tomorrow may bring. Remember, every second we have on this reality is a fucking winning lottery ticket. It's that simple. So don't get it twisted, or you might get shifted to focusing on the misfitted that suck your time away with no mercy, Brad Pitt style, as the vampire with the T. Cruz. I'm old as fuck. Anyways, we've had a lot going on each and every week. We hone in, we focus. So much so that we've got that non-fungible, heart-beating human soul they call Jersey Racks back with some more.
Tell him I'm Harlem, Harlem, only Kenna and baby, starving the hood we flow. AD do snowing, BC do green like robes.
Woo, Jersey, what's up, my man?
What is going on?
Oh, dude, it's been a week, man. I fucked my back up. But other than that,
how'd you do that?
I'm a man's man, right? I was lifting a garbage can and dumping it out, and something popped in the back, like telling me, "Yo, you over 40 now, dog. That shit's you can't be doing that." And I'm like, I tried to play it off, and I can't. It hurts, so I'm gonna go see the chiropractor tomorrow. But
we all know you're 28.
I feel I would say until this happened, I feel 28, right? But I feel 28 maturity wise. Now my body feels old, but hey, I'm still here getting to do the wrap up. And enough about me. Yo, Jersey, I love my sports too and stuff, but I know I saw the Phillies game, right? On Tuesday, there was a lot of stuff going on, and I heard they're calling you some tailgate hero or something. What's that all about?
Oh, I'm a legend. So I got to go to the game on Tuesday. My buddy, who's the head ticket guy at the Lincoln Financial Field, the Eagles Stadium, was like, "Hey, ESPN gave me these seats, but I can't use them. You want them?" So I got to go to the Phillies game for free. Me, my dad, my wife, and her mom. Those three left together, and I left from work. and they sent an email to everyone going to the game that the parking lots would open at 3 o'clock. I got there at like 3:06. I was going to go to Xfinity Live, but no traffic was moving. And Philly has like these weird little side streets off of main streets. And I made a quick turn and went down one of these. I didn't realize all the cars next to me were parked. And I go all the way to the front, and it's right at the gate of the parking lot. And no cars can move. And I'm in the way. And I can only scoot up so far. So I zigged when I shouldn't have zagged. And then it's 3 o'clock. The gates aren't opening. They ended up saying they're not going to open the gates till 4:30. So everybody sitting right there was not going to get in till 4:30. People started setting up their tailgating. They started drinking. And then a cop pulls up behind me with a bus. And we can't go anywhere. I can't move because I kind of fucked up the parking spot. And nobody can move. So the only option they had was to open the gates at 3:48. So I got everyone in the parking lot 45 minutes before they were going to open to start tailgating.
Whoa, dude, that is legendary. You should get like season tickets, man. People must be like bowing down to you there, dude. That's insane.
I put the story on TikTok and got a couple thousand views. Pretty exciting.
Hey now, dude, that's a really cool story though, man. And I have no doubt about it. I mean, your Hoge energy, right? It's got to be IRL too, my friend. And you like being able to do something so insurmountable like that, to me, is just another indicator of what makes up, the community here at Hoge and why we are so fucking inevitable, man. It's beautiful.
And that there was a Germany-Mexico game at the link and a home Flyers game. And if you don't know how the Philly stadiums are set up, they're all in the same spot. So it's like, if every parking lot wasn't going to open until 4:30, I saved everybody traffic.
Yo, man, doing God's work one day at a time, my friend. Slow down, unthin that time, but God bless you, dude. Dude, a lot going on too in the land of Hoge. Always excited to hear what you got to wax off this week, my friend.
Yes, sir. What's going on, everyone? Gotta love the power of fake news. Am I right? It can swing governments, can take down companies, and can cancel public figures in days or sometimes hours. The amount of lives that have changed in the history of the world due to fake news is incredible. Doing the wrong thing at the wrong time is how so many companies and people fail. No one does it on purpose. Some don't understand the game, and most never even see it coming because it can go from a small problem to a death blow so quickly. Disruption is causing this in so many industries right now. The smart companies are battling to keep up. It's impossible to predict the future, but with the tools and the amount of free research out there today, you can at least pay attention if you want. Getting the right news these days can be very difficult, but I believe it's out there and it's becoming much more accurate. The numbers don't lie. There are so many distractions going on in the world. You can't blame people for not knowing these things sometimes, for not knowing something these days. There are multiple important subjects that I know absolutely nothing about. Everyone has their own stresses they are dealing with every day, and almost every one of them leads back to finances. We go to work and we get our paycheck, but it's never enough. I recently switched positions at my company. I did 11 years in sales for them. It was completely 100% commission. I didn't want to leave the company. I love where I work, but working nights with kids in school during the day, I was going to start missing everything, and I didn't want to do that going forward. If you have ever lived the 100% commission life at your job, you understand the roller coaster you go through, both mentally and financially. But if you do your job properly, you're going to make money. Well, a really good opportunity came available to make a move into the installation world at my company, and I made that switch. But the first 3 months are in a training role. And for the first time since college, I'm an hourly employee. And now I can't help but think of my time as money. So everything I've been buying, I compare to hours of my life. And it's driving me nuts. There's no way to change your income besides committing more hours of your life to the job. In a sales life, one big job that takes you 3 hours can set up your entire month. Most people are hourly, and if you are not a planner, it can be hard to live the life you want and to stop stressing every paycheck. When you know the money rules aren't made for you, then you need to make your money go to work for you. There's a saying that sticks with me. You need to make money twice in America, once to earn it and once to keep it. If you put it in your bank account and leave it, you're consistently losing value. 40% of the US dollars circulating today have been printed in the last 3 years. That is insane. The way money is programmed, it's a weapon that a small few at the Fed control completely. The Fed does not need to answer to any level of government. They are completely independent in their control of the US dollar. So it's our job to make sure our friends and family can get past the noise and at least hear the other side of the story. If Bitcoin is going to do what it seems like, it's going to do if Bitcoin is going to do what it seems like it's going to do, I will have changed so many lives. I don't want anyone to say, Sam, why didn't you tell me? Many people choose one or two platforms or shows or certain influencers they watch to get all of their daily information. In such a crazy time in the world, getting the proper information can play the key role in your future success, especially in an industry like crypto that's developing so quickly. So many of you saw this Monday, the trusted information source Cointelegraph, put out a false tweet about the Bitcoin ETF getting approved by the SEC. This caused Bitcoin to jump 11% in only 15 minutes. Think of the amount of money that has to go into Bitcoin to move it like that. They also put this tweet out while an employee at Cointelegraph had a 50x leverage long in right before that. But that kind of a move shows you the amount of money sitting in the sidelines just waiting. And that was on fake news. A lot of people get their information from Cointelegraph and trust it to be accurate. In this case, it wasn't, and caused hundreds of millions of dollars in both shorts and longs to be liquidated in 15 minutes. This is the type of crazy moves everyone was used to with Bitcoin for years. But right now, Bitcoin has been in a very stable trading range over months for the second longest time in its history. But this Monday, we saw a little preview of what could happen on real ETF approval news. That only lasted for 15 minutes. Imagine one that lasts for our lifetimes, because now companies and investors can get in with one phone call instead of figuring out everything needed to buy it now, like how to custody it. Do we use a multi-sig? Where do we store the keys? How will it show up on our balance sheet? An ETF approval unlocks the entire sales force of the eight largest asset managers in the world, now telling their clients to diversify into the strongest form of money that's ever been invented. Fake news is powerful, but real news makes lasting change. Solana has also had an amazing week, up 22% this week. They're hosting their Breakpoint conference in Amsterdam, October 30th to November 3rd, where they will showcase some pretty interesting things. We could see how Visa payments will work through Solana and empower the ability of micropayments. They will also deep dive their Fire Dancer upgrade coming next year that will take Solana out of beta and make it the cheapest, fastest, and then most scalable blockchain in the layer 1 game. Don't say I didn't tell you. I'm very excited for that. Tesla had their earning call this week where the numbers were low, but where they were expected, because they completely shut down their factory to build a redesigned car model. Tesla is able to remodel and upgrade the building of their cars in months versus years, because they're one of the greatest manufacturers in the world. Their machines are adaptable and every piece is built in-house. On the earnings call, they also announced they will be having a delivery event for their Cybertrucks on November 30th. They gave out the date of when it was happening, but no details on how they were going to do it. I've seen multiple pictures of different wraps on the Cybertruck, and these things are a thing of beauty. I've been waiting to see one in the wild, but I haven't yet. The most powerful and useful trucks in its class. Every single police station will have a Cybertruck in their fleet. Maybe they move it to the end of November to launch it with autonomous driving at the same time. Haha, I guess we can dream. But some random space news. Not sure if any of you got outside and were able to see the Ring of Fire eclipse last week. It was raining and cloudy here, so I wasn't able to see it. But I did get to see some videos of it, and it looked awesome, especially with what it was doing to the light on the ground. Well, this weekend is the Oranoid meteor shower, and will rain down its greatest number of meteors on the early mornings of October 21st and the 22nd. So Saturday morning and Monday morning, or Sunday early morning, Monday early morning. The morning of October 22nd might bring the richest display of meteors, where you can see 15 to 25 meteors an hour. And this should be viewable from anywhere in America. So if you enjoy some Mary Jane, get outside tomorrow night and Sunday night and look up. You could be in for a really cool show. And as far as our beloved Hoge goes, not too much to update on this week. BonusSwap is active. If you make your Hoge purchase through it, it adds an extra 4.5% extra to every buy, covering your buy tax and your future sales tax. You can get a position in a deflationary auto-rewarding token and receive more than 100% in Hoge on your buy. That's such a cool concept and tool the community came up with. I can't wait for it to be used more. We are also looking for a community member to come forward and start the next GroupLP campaign for the community. The minimum campaign is for 150 million Hoge. So if you're interested in instantly becoming a Hoge legend and creating your own campaign, please reach out and we will get it set up. I was also able to sit down with Hayden for a one-on-one interview and got the accurate latest info on Hoge S&P server. Hayden confirmed he is owning this relaunch effort end-to-end along with the developers who built it. The server will support 2,000 players, and Hayden lagged all week until last night and purchased the month of server service. He sent server details to the developer team this morning, and they need a week to get the integration done. It is coming, and Hayden is done lagging on it. And this could prove to be an incredible new outlet that introduces Hoge to daily active Minecrafters that spend millions of dollars in in-game items every month, along with spending hours of unreturnable time in the virtual Minecrafting worlds. Hoge Memer Informer is also working on a major industry-wide press release that will highlight all of Hoge's current deployed product suite across DeFi gaming and creator tools. It will launch over 70 Web3-focused digital news media publishers and increase Hoge's earned media content and share voice across the board. The world will soon see what Hoge has been building on its $0 passion budget. Lastly, if you're paying attention to how fast the content industry is growing with new tools and techniques, then you know that Hoge AI will continue to evolve and create more and more content. I'm just watching the content Collab has started putting out in this short time messing with AI, and his skills are getting better and better. Storytelling for Hoge is going to go to an entirely new level with so many creative, dedicated people expanding their skills. I'll end it by paraphrasing this quote by the great Hoge, just posted in Telegram. In a world where centralized finances have forever sculpted the global landscape, one pup uniquely stands opposed to such tyranny with fire in its eyes and autism in its heart. Hoge Finance of House Ethereum, emboldened by its own stupidity, has flourished in the time since the darkness. Through understanding the teachings left by great men before him, Hoge found himself ever more based. Slowly and organically, his radiant love spread to enrich every life within his kingdom. His kingdom grew as his reputation outlived him. Is Hoge dead? Never. Hoge lives forever through the members of his kingdom. Hoge's love, Hoge's light, Hoge's within us all. The enlightenment we seek has always been there. Spread light, spread love, spread the good word of Hoge. May his spirit live on forever. I love it. Now imagine instead of me telling the story of Hoge, it's a badass Hoge character telling his own story. Be patient, keep learning, and empower yourself. This can get really fun really quickly, but that's all I got. Back to you, Hayden.
Oh man, dude, you got a lot, There's just a lot going on, period, man. I mean, blockchain is huge. This planet's huge. And, as you said at the top, dude, disruption is everywhere across all industries. No industry is really, really safe. Now, in one of them, fake news is now the standard across legacy media networks and publishers, right? You got a lot to sift through to find, that truth or unbiased piece. All the while, a record-breaking amount of M1 printable money has been printed in the last few years. Like printer go burr, but that trick is just so dated now, and its effects will continue to ripple for years. Cointelegraph. Look, false tweet about Bitcoin ETF being approved by the SEC. Now, look, two things are clear, right? That dude did have a 50x leverage, you say, long before it happened. I think I even saw a tweet that was like running on some mystery person, but they didn't connect the dots. That would make, a lot of sense if I'm thinking about it. Trying to make a move like that on the 1984 Orson Welles vibe public immutable ledgers is comedy. So salute to that guy. But also, it showcases that Cointelegraph still had an incredible share of voice that generated sizable conversion rates after, X tweeting that tweet or TweetX or Z, whatever it is, out. They used to, right? They were a trusted place, generated conversions. That's a way to light it up on fire for sure. You mentioned Solana starting to run again. And when you said that, you know, it reminded me of like simpler times in early 2021 and the less, Sam's scumbag times. Like, when Coin Mamba was talking trash at him, and then Solana's on the floor and like SBF like puts a tweet out to him, Mr. Coin Mamba, I'll buy as much SOL as you have for like $3. And it was trading just over 3. Damn, Solana, man, without the sandbag, who knows where that could go? That ecosystem, it's got something. But outside of that and into the outer space, new meteor shower you said coming this weekend on Sunday morning. I definitely got to check the times just to make sure. My kids might like that. My wife, I tell her that at dinner tonight. Let's check the meteor shower out, honey. She'll be like, what drugs are you on? I'm like, no, this is me. This is change. But in the land of Hoge, BonusSwap kicking. Now, look, what's great about that is, look, an extra, 4.5% on all your Hoge buys. It's great. But also, like, bigger picture for, finding success that's not about just being, holding a big bag of Hoge. BonusSwap is a deployed protocol platform, right? It can service other tokenized communities. And it's a great way that, if you got your token running or you got a nice community and people are investing, you want to have something deployed in the can and bring that to your community. You got GroupLP too. And I know over on OptiSwap, Roaring Co, they've got great affiliate marketing and referral programs. So if you're networked and connected to other communities, I mean, what's great is no paid media dollars to promote these awesome protocols and platforms, but they would integrate well with a lot of tokenized communities out there. And I think it's only a matter of time before, the stakeholders, the decision makers, right, see that and like, whoa, yeah, let's get down. And that's always going to be a good thing for Hoge. Hoge SMP got to sit down with Jersey himself, right, informal style. Look, I was slacking a little bit, not intentionally, just spread too thin, right? I say these things because I'm trying to tell myself and fix them, but picking up the slack there, got everything over. It's going to take a week, so I'd love to say it's going to be ready the end of next week. Probably going to do some QA, so probably the following week it'll be ready to be safe here. And if it comes sooner, that would be great. But once it's there, it's there. Has nothing to do with the blockchain, and is just about Minecraft and bringing meme business version, right, of a Hoge SMP server in Minecraft there, and having a marketplace and letting users that play every day help us refine it so it's cool, it's innovative, and see how they individually express themselves by purchasing our in-game items and designing their avatars and their places. I think it has a long future, and I'm excited to have that really kick back off. Hoge Memer, big Hoge press release coming, earned media, ton of outlets. That's what's up. We got a lot cooking. It's great to have, something approved and out there, a form of paid media budget and authoritative Web3 news outlets. Just make sure no Cointelegraph, right? Put Hoge out there. It's going to be, it's exciting here, Q4 holiday season, what we have here. You got Hoge AI. I saw the tweet from the dev master himself, Alex, right? Saying working on the website now. It's getting close. I've been testing it. It's a beautiful tool. I'm excited for the community and beyond to have it because you don't have to, have a bag of Hoge to be able to use it. It's brand new. And any creators, designers, right? You can make your awesome Hoge, but it's a stable diffusion tool. It's got a bunch of models. You can make all kinds of things with it. And I'm really excited to see this come out because it's been so much fun, selfishly, right? With the beta testers just using it to storytell and create. I mean, Calip himself, right? Jersey mentioned his AI skills continue to grow up. So that is showcasing that there's hope for all of us to improve our creative skills and abilities. Shout out to Calip, man. And then the last thing you left with, the Hoge Poge TG quote. I couldn't copy all that down, but I got the vibe, man. One pump to wake them all, right? A sleeping dog can wake up whenever it decides to. As long as its heart is beating day by day and the body is growing, the hibernation rest can only be a good thing in the inevitable end. All right? All the fake love is gone. All the people that are here are here. We are building like we're a huge tokenized community needing to deploy incredible pieces, but it's just coming naturally, organically, just like we are. It's gonna just be so great, the 360 run back, right? I'm not here to say speculative pump, right? We're gonna see a Minecraft get accepted and get hundreds of daily active users and grow from there and generate revenue, right? We'll see the Hoge merch store in holiday season have cool, fun products that people have, for their holidays. I mean, we'll see Hoge AI help designers and storytellers and filmmakers, right, tell their stories more creatively and efficiently. We'll win off the blockchain, and those rippling effects will hit the tokenized blockchain. And while you're here on it, right, you've got great DeFi protocol tools on OptiSwap to make it fun and more equitable. That is a project that is living and breathing. So you sleep away, dog, and wake up whenever the fuck you want. We got some real ones here. Jersey, a lot of good going on in the land of Hoge, a lot of crazy going on all over. And we're all gifted with another day to experience it, man. What do you got popping this weekend?
Went golfing today, had a golf outing, and then tomorrow hitting up a brewery with my wife's sister and her husband and their new baby, getting her out for the Ohio State game.
Ohio State's playing Penn State, right?
Yeah, he's a big Ohio State fan. We're all Rutgers fans, but it's the same.
I went to Penn State. They're mortal enemies,
Oh, nice.
I feel like I never liked football in college until my sophomore year when I learned you could bet on it, and I was like, "Whoa, that changed my life." But Buck the fuck guys was always said a lot, and I know LeBron got them all cleats, but I think Penn State, is rolling this year, man. What do you think?
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, it will. It will, my friend. And look, I know you said something too, man, like glazing over, right? You just left your job and you were a sales monster. I mean, you've got that personality. How's that been for you, man? You found something better, yeah?
No, same job. So the cool thing about my company is they always want you to come from within. So if you wanted my sales job, you have to go knock doors for 3 months. So you got to put in the miles to earn that next spot. So I want to get into this thing called the Craftsman's Academy, where they train you to you get fully certified in building, being able to build everything, and they do all the training for you. And it's like a program. So in order to get in that, you got to go into a warehouse role where you're meeting the crews, you're loading the trucks, unloading. So I'm lifting 50-pound windows all day right now, sore as fucking shit. But again, you got to put in the miles to get to the next position. So I wanted to make that switch now. It's better hours, daytime hours. And with the way the world's going, this is the route.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. And I mean, I've seen right over the years just the things that you build and create too. So I have no doubt, man, that is a path, right, that really hits, what's in pocket for you, skill set and creativity in so many different ways, respect, man. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool the company lets us do this. It's it's really, really good company. They were ranked 7th on the Fortune 500, which is pretty cool.
That's what's up, man. Good vibes. Now, look, before I let you go, hit me with a pick or two for DFS, some sleepers, some third receivers, some third tight end. I need some two contrarian plays. What do you got?
A little Julio Jones action coming to the Eagles.
Is he going to start? Is he going to play?
I don't know. I don't know if he can run anymore. But that was a pretty cool signing.
That is a cool sign. I think it neutralizes the Harden effect a little bit, if I'm being honest,
Oh, the city is if you're not from Philly, you can probably still see it. These Phillies games, the ones that's tonight, the connection this team has with the city is insane. That game, I was at the 10-0 game. It was
all a lot of good friends from Philly, and I met that, got to learn firsthand for 4 years that Philly culture and that passion for sports, man. It's like nothing else. I saw so many vicious Steelers Eagles fights. I was so glad I bobbed and weaved through them, man. Let me tell you, I'm a South Floridian, didn't even like football until you could bet on it, right? These people are passionate.
Yeah, it's a fun time right now.
But anyways, dude.
Yeah, enjoy your weekend.
I I think maybe it just glitched out on me now. If it did, so be it. But we got through it, my man, Jersey. And look, a lot going on everywhere, right? Look, top of the show, sicko mode. I'm telling you, man, that beat, I could just crank that, right? And it could take a mood for me. And yeah, music can influence my soul. I recognize that when I want it to, man. It's so powerful. Life's so short to ignore these things, It might not be that for you. It could be something else, when you're in a problem solving situation or, out doing a hobby or whatever it is, shopping at the grocery store. Like when you feel that natural dopamine and serotonin entering you, no matter what you're doing, recognize that, okay? That's your soul. That's, you telling you something. And then you reverse engineer how to make it work, right? You hustle, you put in the grind. We live in 15 seconders, right? The IG life, just want to pretend, and everyone copying and pasting fucking content, to engagement farm on here instead of just taking the priceless time to figure themselves out. I'm a DeFi dinosaur still figuring myself out, You don't have to be. I mean, I know what moves me, but like life is just like that. So recognize it. I'm trying too. I'm gonna leave you with T. Scott, right? He said something that, just applies here. And he said, you will never influence the world by trying to be like it. Straight up. And maybe, hey, I don't have an aspiration to influence the world, right? But when you come into this world a certain way and place, the idea is leave it a little bit better. So your influence doesn't have to be global, as he states. It can be at that localized level. But you don't need to subscribe to the standards or the benchmarks. You subscribe to your soul and use logic and look what you have to take care of. And you find a way, right, that you mold it. And don't worry about what other people think. This is just a world of comments, likes. It's strategy, digital dopamine, and validation on these digital, channels is bullshit. You get hit with the cancer diagnosis. You get hit with something worse, right? Like life shakes you up real fast. So look, we're all in the fucking prime of our lives. Listen to that soul with responsibility and reverse engineer it from there. Here at Hoge, here at home. Just be true to you while you still can. Sending you all the vibes. We'll run it back next week.